Yeah.
Squarebodystuff is hot.
Yeah, we're live now.
Uh-oh. Now we're live.
This is gonna be this is gonna be interesting, folks. If anybody's out there, because
Yeah. There's going to be somebody tune in and go, nope.
on my end, John's cutting out. I can hear everything I say about 10 seconds after I say it.
Yeah. Well, look. Here's the deal. Technology is kind of like a Mopar. It's not perfect. Whoa! You came shooting in the frame.
Hello, sir. I'm doing reasonably well. How about yourself?
All right, I muted John.
There we go.
Hey, I don't get a delay with you.
Oh, it must be John then.
It is John.
Well.
Hey, Buff's Garage. We finally figured it out. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I've got John's on a call, but I've got Ryan with Streetcar Chronicles here with me, so at least I'm in good company of people that have no clue what they're doing.
Oh, dude, you should have seen me trying to operate it the other night. I had Blake sharing my screen. He goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah, I don't know.
Like sitting back hitting keys. That's something else. You
guys might actually see some entertainment out of me right now, because normally on my videos it's like, this is how you do this. Turn the wrench. Yeah. You'll see a little different side of me, guys.
It's weird. It's weird when you're filming with yourself. It just is, because it's different when you have somebody to, communicate back and forth with.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to you a couple times on the phone, but I've never talked to you and watched your face move. So,
yeah, right. That's the only way me and Blake talk, is usually typically on the face deal, since we've never met person to person.
Yeah,
it just feels more comfortable that way.
So for everybody watching right now, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm trying to keep up with the chats over there, so I see y'all guys over there, but we're just having fun. This is an impromptu live. I've got the night off. Been working out in the shop all day on my son's Duramax, the Cherry Bomb. Yeah, doing lots of stuff to it. So I've been elbow deep, actually shoulder deep in it most of the day. But so I thought I'd try to live and see what's going on with this. See if I can figure it out.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Roland? How you guys doing? What's up, Bubba?
There you go. I'll let Ryan do the chat thing. He knows how to do it.
Well, I forgot. I was like, man, I don't see any comments. Oh, you got to hit the comments button, you moron.
Shot cat. Of course, I read so slow, I can't hardly keep up with them. So.
Oh, dude, I read backwards half the time. I'm dyslexic. I'm half dyslexic. I don't claim full dyslexic, but my wife has other names for me.
Yeah, mine too.
Special is one of them.
Yeah, special, very special,
very special, so special.
Don't get.
So how's that big bad squeaky coming along?
Block is at the machine shop getting machined. Pistons are ordered, man. I got a hold of DSS Racing, and I actually called them and said, "Hey, I'm building this little 305." Told them the whole deal. And said, "Hey, could you maybe cut me a deal on these things?" And he ended up calling me back and said, "Hey, I got to go ahead. We got you a pretty good deal on these pistons, and they should be there maybe a week, 2 weeks." Which I thought that was awesome. I thought, man, I'm gonna have to go to a plan B, which I do have a plan B. I don't want to say anything, but I do have a plan B if the 305 or a stroker don't pan out. But it looks like it's going to pan out. I'm pretty excited now. I gotta get this Duramax out of the shop before I can start back on the other one so I can get my truck back. 'Cause this is my son's truck. He just got it. Injector pump went out. Turbo was junk, so I rebuilt the turbo. It's you can see the turbo right there.
Yeah.
Rebuilt the turbo for it, doing up pipes, down pipes, hot, cold side, wide bridge, lift pump, just going through the whole thing on it. But I got to get it done so I can get my Duramax back. Hey, there's John. Whoop. Maybe not.
He's changing costumes.
I guess. Hopefully he comes back and he has pants on.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff. Well, I'm glad to hear you got the 305 stuff lined out. That's going to be great, man. I can't wait to see that thing in action.
Yeah, and I've got my other cylinder head because I only had one cylinder head. I was waiting to get it from my buddy. I finally got my other cylinder head, so things are looking up. My biggest thing is time. I just have to have time to do it. But other than this truck and my boys, I've got most of my other stuff done. The farm stuff's just pretty well at idle. Just we sold some cows. We got all that hay done, so we could just get to doing some shop stuff.
Yeah, I know. That's
check out the merch.
I'm about to say you're plugging that quite smooth, sir. That's good.
It ain't coffee either.
Yeah, time is something we're all running out of. That's for sure. I mean, I'm glad mine makes noise, but I still got a ton of work ahead of me. That's what I'm supposed to do tonight. I've been waiting for the sun to go down so I can do a little bit of wrenching because my fat ass just can't handle the heat like I used to. I gotta ease into it. But what's up, Bad Tree?
Bad Tree. Yeah.
Do you know how to do you know how to capture the comments and put them in at the bottom?
I don't know. I got a guess. Maybe it's John. No, it's Bad Tree. Got Blake here.
Oh, look at that.
Let's see if we can get. Hey, there's Blake.
Well, shit. How's it going, fellas?
Hey, he's our fellow Chevy guy. Looks like we're back to plan C for Chevy.
I don't know what happened to John, but hey, welcome to my first ever live.
That's what Ryan was telling me, man. He was saying that you're trying to get StreamYard figured out.
Yeah, I'm just doing it on my phone in my shop. Sketchy service on the internet, but it's going good now. We got rid of John. No offense, John, if you're still watching, but we had an echo with him, and he was trying to tell me and Ryan, we need to do this. We need to do this. I said, I bet it's you, John, old Mopar guys, and you know,
he's trying to sabotage
the best thing you could do there is, you just got to kick John out.
Hey, now we got 3 Chevy guys all at once. Isn't this pretty awesome?
All right, so is Blake actually a GM guy building the Mopar?
He was going to be if he couldn't get that nacho fix, but I think that Nacho's making some noise now. So,
yeah, heck yeah,
I think it sounds good.
No,
it sounds good.
If I had to pick something other than a Mopar, I'd probably, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Just say it. Come on.
It would probably be
International.
Toyota.
I was going to say Yoda.
No, like a Grand National or something.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking. All you got to do is say G-Body. You get my you get me feeling nice.
That's the G-Body shuffle gets the truffle shuffle going.
Yeah. That truffle shuffle. If you've never seen a car two-step, stand behind a G-Body that makes any kind of power.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
AMC Rambler. Buff's Garage.
AMC Rambler.
Yeah, Buff's Garage commented that. 3 dudes with caps and beards.
It should be. We all got black shirts on.
Yeah, neck beard's going too.
Yeah, we well, and on my screen it's like large beard, medium beard, smaller beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the 3 stages of beard.
Yep. I just had a goatee like
Dad-
2 days ago.
Yeah.
GM beard, GM
Yeah,
beard, Mopar beard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too damn hot.
Got it.
That shit, Chad.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I
got
had
me
so
a
much
haircut
tranny
yesterday.
fluid. I had it going down to about here a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
I had so
Now you
much
got it. There
tranny
you go.
fluid and
Yeah.
stuff in it. I decided to cut it down. Little
Oh, you just-
critters.
No,
just
you give it
put it on
10
the
more minutes.
comment.
You're going to look like you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah, you know, that's how I
Look
roll.
at that.
That's how I do most of my YouTube videos. I YouTube
That's-
how to do this, and then I make my video on how to do it.
Yeah. That's,
How to do automotive YouTube.
this is
Step
my
one.
take on the how-to video.
How to make a how-to video on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it is just sweltering hot. I cannot do this heat, man.
Hey, Blake,
Yeah.
how did you find the link to jump in here?
Oh, Ryan sent it to me on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, I shot it to him.
All right. I didn't know how that actually worked.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Sometimes you have to, like, for me, but I use a Mac. So for me, I got to grab the link, like copy it and paste it into Firefox. But for some reason, when I clicked on yours, it took me right to it. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Chad, on your phone, on the bottom of the screen, does it show you like mute, stop cam settings?
It has mic, cam, guest, more.
Does it show
Yeah.
a bunch of little tiles, like different shapes?
No.
Oh, because there's another one that you can click that'll turn us horizontal instead of vertical.
Oh. Well, there's more. Let's
Yeah.
see. Layout. I'll get this figured out.
There you go.
Oh,
Boom!
That's
look at that.
that's better.
Look at me. No,
Yeah, I
that's
was
Blake.
saying
Hey.
tunnel vision there, man.
All right. Yeah. So I got more room for activities now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I
So,
can do
hey,
all-
did you see what Roland says? Torque Racing, he says, are we saying there's a GM stereotype? Because I'm a black shirt, hat, and beard right now, too. Yeah. Yeah. It seems to be the trend for us
Mhm.
GM guys. All 3 of us here and you as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Right.
Hard as a rock,
I'm
baby.
not sure what Shopcat's talking about, but
Let's see.
I don't
See,
know.
like our channel's not just Mopar. I mean, it's not called Bad Trip
Yeah.
Mopars. So we
Hey,
gotta
Jacob
afford
Carter.
heavy-
Sorry to cut in on you, but
No, go for it, man. It's your show.
well, this Jacob Carter, real quick. If you see him in the comments, this dude,
Uh-huh.
every video I put out, every video, he comments this square body. I actually put videos out and wait for his comment. Square body.
Really?
That's all he ever puts, and I love it. He actually, I actually sent him the stock factory shifter knob out of Squeaky because he watched
really?
he was watching the video of Bobby Lawson made me a shifter knob for it out of aluminum.
Yeah.
And this Jacob, he commented to me through private messaging and wanted to know what I was going to do with the factory shifter knob. I said, send me your address. So he gave me his address. I put that shifter knob and a couple stickers in the box, sent it to him. So he's got Squeaky's factory shifter knob.
Oh,
I
that's
guess I should have
awesome.
signed it. I should have signed it.
You should have. Because here pretty soon, Squarebodystuff is going to have 1 million subscribers. I guarantee it.
Nah.
It'll get there. It's going to get there. I'm telling you. Dude, you know what's cool? I have a guy like that too. And it's the oddest thing. It's a pretty cool story, though. So I put out my very first video. I mean, I didn't know anybody, right? I threw it out there. And I have this one guy see it. And he's got a Nova on his little avatar. And it says, great episode. Can't wait for the next one. And I was like, is this spam? You know? And then the next video comes up and he's like, man, keep these coming. This is great. So I messaged the guy back and forth a few times. He's like, "This is good stuff." Blah blah blah. Well, I put out a video. Like my 4th or 5th video was about my buddy Budget Brandon and his Fairmont. And then this guy goes, "Holy crap, that's my nephew." I was like, "What?" So it was my buddy Brandon who was on my channel. It was his uncle that lives in Florida, and somehow he found my channel, and Brandon never shared it to him.
Oh wow.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, it's a small world.
Yeah. So he comments every video, and he sent me he made me some custom emblems for the car that I haven't put on the channel yet, because I was like, "Hey, I put these out there. Some people are going to want them." Because I'm not ready for that yet. Don't put them out there. All right.
Yeah.
Those commenters they're the legends, man. They're the MVPs in the comment section.
Yeah,
that
Jacob Carter, he also Instagram messaging me all the time, just stuff about square bodies, pretty cool dude. And I mean those kind of fans, or whatever you want to call them, are that's what it's about, man. I mean,
oh dude, 110%. Like there are days that I want to give up and quit doing this stuff, and we've talked about it, Chad. Me and Blake have talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's days where I can't think of anything else. I don't have the money to do what I need to do, and I got to figure out how to make something out of nothing. But it's the guys like that. Like I have this other guy up in Michigan. He just found me like 6 months ago. Dude always comments every freaking video. They're great comments. And I know that guys like that are like waiting for me to do something. I'm like, dude, well, I'm going to do it, because that's the whole purpose, right? Is to create good content for people to enjoy. And it's awesome. I enjoy the heck out of it. Probably one of the most interesting and fun things I've ever done, besides have kids and learn how to be a dad and an adult and all that good stuff. No money is my entire life, buddy. Let me tell you, that is no freaking lie. I have to rob Peter to pay Paul, and rob Paul back to pay Peter, so I can rob Peter again after Paul's been robbed again.
There's going to be a lot of new broke people in the near future,
buddy.
And old broke, old poor, like myself, who's already conditioned.
Yeah.
Mopar stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting tough.
Yeah.
It's getting tough.
So how did you find out about No Name, Chad?
The other fat bearded guy that's on screen.
Oh, so
yeah. If it wasn't for Ryan, I wouldn't have known about it probably, because I'm just one of those guys. I just put my stuff out. I just kind of stay in my own yard. I don't get out much. I'm not a very social person. And, I don't remember if he messaged me or commented on one of my channels. Yeah, he commented and said, "Hey, you need to check out No Name Nashville." I was like, "What is that?" It's like, so I did. And it's like, man, that's what I've been hoping for. That's like the little piece of the puzzle of this YouTube creator dream, so it's just an awesome thing for smaller YouTube channels, because I can't afford to take off time. I can't afford to go to like the Cletus and Cars or stuff like that. Now Cletus McFarland, I'm a big fan of him, I will say that, but some of that stuff it's just not out of my territory right now. Well, it's No Name Nationals is 3.5 hours from my door. So I've never been to that place, but it's just right down the road from me. So it's like, man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it there. Even if I just show up. I mean, I may just show up with a box of parts or something and say, "Hey, this was my truck, but this is all I got."
I think it kind of gives all of us an opportunity to be kind of like when you touched on Cletus McFarland, how he does the Freedom 500, and they're all YouTube channels that get to participate in that, but there's only a select few or a lot number of available spots, right? This gives all of us content creators that kind of same opportunity that we all can participate in. It's just he's not running the show. Yeah. But we'll be around nothing but creators. And I think it's going to be just freaking awesome, man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's going to be so much fun. I imagine how many videos are going to come out of there.
Yeah, it's
I'm probably going to be the one that forgets to take any video the whole event. I'm going to get back home like, oh, crap, I have nothing to put on my YouTube channel. That's probably gonna be me.
Yeah. So yeah, when I messaged Chad, I'd actually I don't know if I told you, Blake, but like when I found him, I'd found Vice Grip about the same time. It was during COVID. I got sick and tired of watching the news. I couldn't stand hearing all about the BS, and so I started watching YouTube. Well, I found Derek, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome," because that's like right up my alley. And I thought he was hilarious. So I watched him, and then he did a square body. And I was like, damn, dude, I kind of want a square body truck again. So I typed in, like quite literally typed in square body stuff. And then here's Chad's channel. I was like, get the F out of here.
Yeah, you told me, Ryan told me this months ago. He's like, man, I stumbled across this channel called Squarebodystuff. It's freaking awesome. You got to check it out. And sent me a link to it. And I'm like, frick yeah, dude. Dude's got a beard. He's fat. What's not to like?
How much better does it get? I mean,
they're getting better.
Everybody loves a bearded fat guy,
dude. But so I watched it and I'm like, this is cool because it's good information, right? And there's times I like entertainment, which I think Derek is more entertainment than he is information, right? And there's time I want information, and so I just started watching his videos because I'm like, I love messing with those square bodies. That was what I did for the longest time, was mess with square body stuff. And anyway, watch. And then here comes, I just bought this Malibu. It had 305 in it. And here comes a video about him building a 305. And I was like, now, is this freaking fate or what? Right. So I watched this whole deal.
Chad.
What's that?
Subliminally talking Ryan into it, Chad. Way to go.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Like, and I had a crank that I could have done a 334 like he's doing kind of in his truck now. And so I was like, I'm going to watch this whole series and see how it turns out. So like every freaking day, dude, I'm like checking back and see if he put a new video up about going on the track with it. And I'm like, dang it, dang it. So
yeah,
I got hooked. It was good.
And when you told me that on the phone here a while back, when we first talked on the phone, that just blew me away because you put me in the same sentence or the same conversation as Vice Grip Garage, and he's kind of YouTube royalty. Here I am. I'm just trying to share information. It's mainly what I try to do. I try to add a little bit of entertainment in there. But maybe when the entertainment comes when Stumpy gets in here, but
Stumpy's a hell of a guy, man. He did a really good job in that call out video.
Yeah. I told you, Blake. I told you, Stumpy. I was like, wait, you see Stumpy, dude.
But awesome. I'm trying to talk Stumpy into doing some more videos. He's a little camera shy at times, but my next one, he'll be in the next one too. I've got to do some editing and figure out how to do that. But
heck yeah, I love it.
Derek was a security camera installer or something up in Minnesota, and he started this channel just a couple of years ago, and he did a power tour
right there
with his kids, broke down on the side of the road filming it. Just kind of, that wasn't the video that took off. It was the will it run, and he found out, this stuff works. Better lightning that, right in the bottle. Find the formula and keep on doing it. And now he's, like you said, he's like YouTube royalty now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The guy. I'm watching the series of him and his kid right now. Going taking Route 66 in that square body with a big block in it. And I'm like, that's what I want to do. That's like this guy right here. Like I want to do those things with him and my little guy. And if the wife wants to join, she's more than welcome. But I think she'd be obliged to have the quiet time at home.
Yeah.
But we went on Rocky Mountain Race Week last year, and it didn't work out like we wanted to. We wanted to race this car. It really wasn't exactly the way I didn't think it was reliable enough. And then I didn't get in. And I tried like hell, and I didn't get in. But my buddy did. And so I was like, well, we'll take that old Mustang I have instead, and we'll just do the road week portion of it and enjoy the road trip and the racing, and you can race and compete and all that kind of stuff. And man, I had a blast with it. It was a great time. So now I'm looking forward to a road trip to Missouri. Not really looking forward to the gas bill, but It's not about,
It's getting better.
Yeah, for now. Hopefully it stays that way for a bit at least.
Just don't drive anywhere till then.
Just walk everywhere.
Yeah,
then you
man.
won't be a bearded fat guy.
Yeah.
Ride a horse.
Nah,
Cardio.
I spent way too much money on all this. I got to keep it, but
Hey, you don't drive until the event and you ride a bike everywhere. You probably knock off 2/10 and all the weight that you just knocked off.
Yeah, there
yourself.
you go.
And a squirrel.
Your reaction time will be better. You're like, man, I can breathe.
I brought the mouth from the south in here. He's going to be my crap talker at NNN. I'm going to let him do all the talking. I'll do all the walking.
There you go.
I'll have to strap a camera on his head too. Just hit record.
Just don't get into odd money situations with him. That's all I got to say. He's been trained really well in the grudge world. He starts spitting out odd money. Somebody's going to get reeled right into that deal. I go 3 on your 1, 3 on your 1. What? I don't even know what you just said.
So how many races do you want me to throw, bud? Yeah, we could end up leaving with a bunch of cash.
I can't tell anybody.
That's your hype man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my hype man. He's gonna have a towel and everything. We got him a whole get up. Hopefully, he doesn't fall flat on his face on the line.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get at least a little bit of a testing time with my truck because I changed some suspension with it last year, and I only took it to the track once, and then now I've got a different rear end, different everything, and I don't know how it's even going to react, but it don't matter. I'm gonna go there and have fun. That's if someone wants to call me out, I haven't, as far as I know, I haven't been called out yet, but I don't care if I get called out. I'm not going to call anybody else out. That's just not really me, but if anybody wants to line up with me, I've lost to some pretty crappy cars, and I don't mind to lose to a good car. So, I don't care.
There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the first week this No Name National stuff was announced, I can't tell you how many people made little call out videos. I'm calling you out by Script Garage. I'm like, dude's not even coming to the event.
Yeah.
You have 24 subscribers and you're calling Derek out.
Yeah.
He ain't ever seeing this, man. Like,
Yeah.
And then there was another 50 videos of people calling Tony out and Cletus McFarland. I'm like, why don't you wait a couple months and find out who's all going?
Yeah. Yeah. Easy Tiger come out of the gate swinging for the fence.
Right. Yeah. What are you bringing? I haven't pulled it out of the back 40 yet.
Yeah, but I'm planning on putting turbine jet motor on, bud.
I just put me a 3/4 race can in my old car there, and it's ready to rip.
Here we go with the
Got me
3/4 race
a
can.
750 double pumper.
No DP on there, bud.
3,400 stall.
She got 10 bolt or 12 bolt in the back. Wait.
Got 4, 5, 6s in the back. Come on.
She got 4 bolt main.
Got 4 bolt main.
4 bolt main.
4 bolt main. 410 posi rear end.
Got that Detroit
traction
lock.
Bars.
Slapper bars.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what they're actually called.
Yeah, it's slapper bars.
Slapper bars.
I live that pinion snubber life, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go.
All you got to do is put the pinion snubber in.
Pop a Coke can in second gear.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you already know. Hey, I bet you what, we stack a whole bunch of $100 bills on that dash, but I'll match that throttle. You can't grab one of them.
Not a single one.
Yeah, Phobo Maine.
Hey, ugly truck.
I'm trying to think of other stereotypical Chevy catchphrases.
I'm gonna put a shout out to this ugly truck experience. These guys are.
You just met them not too long ago, right?
Huh?
You just met them not too long ago, right? You went to their shop.
Yeah, I met them at the C10 deal they had in Springfield, and pretty cool people. Went to their shop. We done a kind of little bit of a collab video. We're planning on doing some more.
Sweet.
But just they got a cool little shop. They do some cool stuff. They do some really good videos. I'm actually kind of jealous of their videos. Emily, she does a really good job of editing.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are some ugly trucks. I like it. Ooh,
Yeah.
I see a Dodge Dart. I'm subscribing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right up my alley too, because it's and going to their place, they just have ugly trucks everywhere, and it's like, oh, I love it.
Yeah, ugly truck experience. It looks awesome. If I just subscribed, if you go to check my channel out, you won't be as impressed.
Yeah.
I promise.
Oh, don't be shy, Blake. Now, let me tell you something. Here's the deal. Now, I had a stereotype in my mind of all Mopar guys, and you guys have single-handedly, completely changed my mind. Greatest group of dudes ever. And I would proudly own a Mopar and hang out with you guys.
Oh,
now I'd
man.
have a Chevy at home too.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wouldn't mind.
Well,
it's okay to be, a tease.
Yeah. Well,
Get around.
I'm a closet Mopar lover too. I'm sure you.
I think Ford and GM guys. Yeah, I think everybody
every
likes
GM guy
Mopars.
is. They just got to come to a point in time in life and say, okay, I love Mopars too. There you go. And then you feel like a weight lifted off of you, and it's okay.
Yep, I do. I love Mopars too.
I'm sure you guys
all
watch
the big three, man. They're all great.
They really are. I mean, you look back at I grew up driving. I started driving in the late 90s, right? And I wanted nothing but an old muscle car. And I had a 69 Torino GT Fastback with a 390 and a C6 and a 67 Chevelle. And I wanted a Mopar so bad, but I couldn't even. There was no way I could ever have afforded a Mopar. And all my crap was junk. Like my Chevelle was rotted out. If I'd have hit a pole, I'd have turned into dust holding a steering wheel. Like the walnut steering wheel was the strongest thing I had in that car.
Like ashes.
Yeah, I'd have been ashes from the floor up.
Ashes.
Yeah, but
The Barracuda.
man,
I
I've always.
like Barracudas.
Yeah, he's a
damn
Cuda
right,
guy.
boy. Oh,
Yeah,
they're the best.
He told me he'd let go of his S10 for a Cuda. I said, I bet you would.
That one.
Yeah.
Well, you'd probably, by college age, you could probably sell it at around that time and pay for college.
Probably. Yeah, I tell you what, that's true, Roland. I mean, that's the thing. That's why I went back to GM stuff, is because, I was building Fox bodies there for a while. I got on this Fox body kick. I think we had about 10 of them in about 3-4 years.
We had a lot of muscle.
And anytime I could get my hands on one, I'd just buy it. And but you want to make power with them, good Lord. I mean, it was just a nightmare trying to get them to either stay together or the amount of money you had to spend on them to get them to make power was just tough. And so finally I got to the point where I was like, I'm just going back
Just
to the
put an
GM.
LS in it. That's what everybody does.
I can't do it. All my buddies around me do it, but I can't.
Ooh. Ryan's got the best sticker in the world on the back of his car, too.
Best sticker.
You can buy this at our merchandise store.
There you go.
Backtrip Productions.
So you can see it. Can you see it?
Thou shall not LS swap. And that's my brother-in-law, Jeremy, looks like Jesus.
See, if you put LS swap as a tag, you're going to get views. And you could put not an LS swap, and it'll get views. One of my drag racing videos was Squeaky last year. I think is when I just had 150 shot. Well, it was the year before the first, and I've never really been to drag strip much, so that's just kind of I'm just learning all sorts of new stuff with this YouTube channel, trying to be a little bit entertaining and have some fun. But actually, it's just a test and tune night. But I lined up against, I think it was a Ford Ranger, had a turbo LS in it. Yep. And he made a clean run, but I beat him. And it just blew my mind. So, all right, so I'm making the video. I'm like, LS killer or 305 LS killer. You know, it's like that was the only thing I could think of. You know, I killed an LS. You know, but I don't know. The only LSs I like are LS5, LS6, or LS7. We're talking 70s stuff, 70s big block stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the same way. When they robbed the LS6, I was like, what? When they put it in the Z06, I was like, oh, it's an LS6. I'm like, it's not an LS. Come on, man.
See, I've got an LS4 454. I think the numbers came out of a 73 or 74 Monte Carlo or something like that. But I've got that sitting on a stand over there. So one of these days when I get to building that engine, it's going to be an LS swap, but an LS4.
That's right.
I'm going to see where that goes.
Yeah, see, ugly truck though. Yeah, so here's the deal about the LS swap for me. I actually don't mind it. Like I if you're gonna make a driver, just if you want a good classic car, cruiser, driver, whatever you're gonna put miles on, dude, I love it. It's great. It's a great deal. But I prefer them when they're dressed up like old engines. Like they do the old school tins on them, all that kind of stuff. I dig it that way if you hide the cool packs. But if you just stick an LS in something, it just makes you want to vomit when you pop the hood. I can't do it.
Yeah,
it just drives me crazy.
We'll put a disclaimer on here. It's like, this is opinion only. We don't need a bunch of hate. We're just opinion.
That's right.
And because it's all for fun. I mean, everybody has their own flavor of what they want to do, and I prefer old school stuff. I'm like 20 years behind, 30 years behind on everything. I'm lucky to even be able to figure out how to work my smartphone, even though that's how I do most of my videos. I can use my phone to do it, but I'm not smart enough to do like you get a real camera. I have GoPros, but they're GoPro Hero 3s. They're probably 15 years old. But this comment right here, Ugly Truck Experience, they do a lot of LS swaps, and they do I will say they do a really good job. And at that car show or the truck show we went to, the C10 Nationals or whatever it was in Springfield, the truck that they brought was a customer of theirs that they'd done an LS swap in, but it's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful Bonanza package.
Yeah, he just said that.
Yellow.
I saw that truck. It is a super nice truck.
Now, I'll admit, and my wife, she knows exactly what I said. As soon as we walk by that truck, I'm like, oh, I'm drooling over this because it's like a factory paint, beautiful truck. And I walk by and say, oh, they put an LS in it. But they do a really good job. It looks great. Some of the other trucks that I've seen that they've done, they got the air conditioning working, cruise control working, dual tanks working. Those guys at Ugly Truck Experience can get all that stuff working with the LS, the modern power plant, and the old school, feel.
Oh, so yeah. You really can't beat them. Like, in all honesty, like, and me and Blake have talked about this before. It's like I'm a visual person, so visually they don't appeal to me. Power-wise, they appeal to me like nobody's business. Like, for instance, PJ, my buddy with the 4-door Brown Nova, right? It's got a 404 aluminum stroker in it, and he just bought a set of 15-degree heads. 15-degree heads. Like, this thing's going to make probably the same or more horsepower than this conventionally headed 468. And it's, you can't, and it's pump gas. I'm going to be on E85. His is on pump gas. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
Well,
you can, but like what I'm saying is like power for buck, right? So he's got, he's got about $5,500 in this thing.
Yeah.
And he's about to spend another $2,000 on his heads, right? But so he's gonna have $7,000 in it, but the thing's gonna make probably around $750, close to $800 on motor. Yeah. So it's tough to do on pump gas.
But when it really comes down to, okay, so I'm building a Stroker 305.
Yep.
And every time I buy parts for this thing, saying, man, if I was spent this money on the 5 or 6 big blocks that I've got sitting out in a lean-to, I would start out naturally aspirated with more horsepower than what this 305 or 339 Stroker is going to make with a 250 shot of nitrous.
Yep.
But, it's not the point. But, the LS swap deal, it's like the horsepower. I'm a big block guy. So when you start talking horsepower, okay, 400 horse, and we'll talk small stuff here, easy attainable stuff. A 400 horse big block versus a 400 horse LS 5.3. You don't have the torque with the 5.3 that you have with the 400 horse big block, and then it stays the same. I mean, your torque curve. That's what I like to look at.
What's the weight difference?
The what?
What's the weight difference?
Yeah, what's the weight difference from a big
So,
block
like on an iron 5.3 with aluminum heads, I think there's about 185 to 100 pound difference with an aluminum headed big block. Now, if you got an iron headed big block to an iron 5.3, because they all have aluminum heads, it's astronomically different. I think the big block heads, the iron ones I had, weigh about 100 pounds a piece, damn near. Isn't that about right, Chad? They're pretty damn heavy.
Yeah, they're
somewhere around there.
They're heavy, but yeah, it's that torque will carry that weight. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
If guys like me were really worried about weight, I wouldn't be a fat bearded guy,
Yeah, right. Me either.
I wouldn't be playing with 4,500 pound trucks. It's just Of course that gets me too. It's like some of these modern cars.
Oh yeah.
Are heavy pigs.
Yeah, my 300's freaking 4,500 pounds.
Yeah.
And
that's right, Bus Garage. You got
but you run side 12s, right?
Yeah. I was a small block guy forever. I mean, I really was.
I still am. Like I was talking to you on the phone the other day about, trying to always build the budget build and, be thrifty and be cheap about it. So we always, built small blocks, and then going online looking at aluminum heads for a small block versus a big block Mopar. Big block Mopar shit's like half the price.
Really?
And like, how the hell was I saving money going small block? More people race big blocks.
I think it's flip flop.
It must have at some point.
I mean, big block Chevrolet stuff now is not near as bad as it used to be.
You can find a set of used aluminum heads for like $1,200 for a big block Mopar, but for a small block, you can't touch anything for under $2,000.
Yeah,
It's
odd, but LS stuff is starting to go up. Like if you want nice stuff, like if you just want to just swap an engine, to get the powertrain or whatever, and it's not bad. It's not horrible, depending on what platform you're putting it in. But if you want to like build one, if you want to really make some power with it, they're starting to see that they're missing a market, and they're going to start making more money off of it, especially with all the inflation stuff going on right now. But Dave on my channel, he's an LS guy for life. He was a small block Ford guy. He still loves them. If he could get one to hold together for what he wants to throw at it, and it wouldn't, break his bank, he would have a Ford in his car. But, he even said the other night, he goes, I think it's cheaper to build a big block Chevrolet now than it is to build a nice LS. I'm like, yeah, well, hope you don't want any big block stuff because it's all ours.
Yeah. It's junk.
It's all junk. You don't want it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Chad froze.
There you are. You're back.
Hold your hands like this.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's J-Bowing on us.
Uh-oh.
Just go.
Yeah. Man, my computer's hot. Uh-oh, Chad, you still there?
Okay.
No!
No, we had him. It had him.
Come on back.
Hurry!
Come here. Come on.
Don't give up, man.
Don't leave us!
Don't go towards the light.
There he is!
Oh,
You just hit a dead spot for a minute. You're good now.
All right, can you see me?
Yeah, we got
Hold
you.
on. Okay.
very clear.
There we go. Yeah, the old Wi-Fi spot was just like, nope, not here.
The wind must have blew a little bit or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm just my phone in my shop.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even-
Yeah.
They haven't piped in the internet to this area yet. They're still building the pipeline to get that internet stuff into here.
I heard they shut that down.
Yeah,
I hope not.
thanks. Yeah, let's not get into that situation. Or,
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
yeah, well, you think it's controversial bringing up LS swaps? Yeah,
Moving rapidly along.
yes. So, how about them Mopar? How about them Ford guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them Ford guys. Who?
What? I think they're going to make great tow trucks if anybody breaks an
Oh,
axle.
for sure. Oh,
You know,
man.
there's a couple of them I'm really wanting to see. I really wanted to see Andy's truck run.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's going to be badass. And I'm looking forward to seeing the
High five, Jeffs.
High Five Jeff's Larry T. Bird.
Prime
Yep.
5,
It's high five.
Beth.
Yeah, it's High Five.
I imagine Jeff's the kind of guy that high fives. So
Oh, yeah.
it totally
Yeah.
makes sense. Sounds
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that thing runs.
Oh,
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 Uh,
oh.
Uh-oh.
there you go. You're good.
I'm gonna have to stand out here. I have to put my phone on the tripod.
Just pull the chair.
You
up
got
there.
you got a tin roof?
Yes, on every building on
That's-
my property.
That's
Dang it.
probably
I would be doing this in the
Just like-
house where it's air conditioning, but I get worse signal in the house than I do out in the shop. So
Wow. Yeah. Dang.
welcome to
So
the
you're
Ozark.
out a good way. You're out in the sticks a pretty good ways then, huh?
Well, I mean, we're about 3 miles from town, but
Okay.
town is still in the sticks of the Ozarks. You know, my town is about 2,000 people.
You watch the Netflix show about your area? Ozarks?
Joe.
No.
So is that casino coming in or? Oh.
I don't know.
That's a great show.
How many murders have happened so far this year?
87 this month.
Hey,
No, I just
We
found out
don't-
there were two.
we don't talk about that. They
Yeah,
just disappear.
that's right.
Who?
Yeah.
What are you
Who?
talking
What?
about?
Ford
What?
guy? Oh.
Ford
It's a
guys?
town of ghosts.
Don't know
There
any.
you go. Set you up on my tall.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, that's great right there.
That's the best it's been all night.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good stuff. That's fluid motion. You're moving.
That's like,
He's gone. Oh, there he is.
How do you shout,
shout,
kitty?
cat.
shout
There's
cat.
Kitty.
He's gonna attack me.
Let's bring,
Yeah, I was about to say.
let's bring Duke out here.
No way. I'm not chasing him around.
I'm just a couple hours north of you, Chad. I'm in
What?
Iwegian. I'm a couple hours north of you. If you're down in
Where-
the Ozarks.
Where you at?
I'm in the northeast corner of Iowa on the Mississippi
okay.
River in the driftless area. It's our pretty version of Iowa, our area. Mississippi.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Yes.
Jay, his dad loves it when I do that.
Yeah, he won't stop doing it either now.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a.
I told you it's going to be an internet thing one of these days.
Well, hopefully, if I go viral for saying Mississippi. Talking like, is that foghorn leghorn? I say, boy, it looks like we're about to cross a Mississippi.
Don't eat Mississippi Chinese.
Yeah, don't eat Mississippi Chinese. Chad, if you go to Mississippi, don't eat Mississippi
Do
Chinese.
not.
No. Everything's questionable in there.
That's
Everything.
a t-shirt, man. Mississippi Chinese.
Mississippi Chinese.
Mississippi Chinese. Yeah, I can say it on the front and on the back. It says, get you every time.
Yeah. Sometimes before you get home.
But I drove to Mississippi, and one day, the Mississippi,
Get you some scat.
the Alabama border, and we ate. I had to do it in one day. I had 1 day to get there and back. I drove all the way there. We ate that questionable Chinese, and for 9 hours on the way back, it was just like, please, Jesus, don't let me paint this truck.
Get in the air conditioning seats and it's ruined, man.
Bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. Dude, the soy sauce, right, was in the little metal carrier, and it had been there unclean so long that, you ever pull the battery out of something that's had a battery sitting in for a long time, the whole battery tray is just corroded. Well, that's the way the thing looked, and the little bottle was stuck to it. I had to separate it, and then it stuck to my fingers because it hadn't been wiped off. Yeah. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't you just leave? Yeah, today's the day, Lord. I'm about to crap my truck.
Yeah. Why don't you leave? Fat boy and Chinese, we don't quit.
You know, I don't know.
It's got to be pretty bad before we quit.
It's part of being in that fat boy mafia.
Yeah.
It was my what's his name? Forrest Gump moment. I'm not a very smart man,
But I do know what Chinese is.
but I do know what good Chinese is.
Johnny, that Chinese gave me the rumble in the belly.
And would you believe it that right there I crap my britches in front of everyone? Lieutenant Dan, you got new pants.
And then just one day I just stopped and shit my pants.
It was a stinging pain, a cramping pain. Sometimes it was a burning pain.
Something bit my butt.
Yeah, it was a bad deal. But, hey, that's living. As far as I'm concerned, I survived. I probably have a parasite I haven't learned about yet.
No risk, no reward. That's what I say.
That's right. You got to stick your neck out there and take a chance. And for $37, we did it.
And if us fat guys don't do it, who will?
Yes, that's right. It ain't gonna be some skinny dude. He ain't gonna go in there and take the risk.
Somebody's got to do it.
Of course, you go to all-you-can-eat restaurants or all-you-can-eat Chinese. Like, they don't ever have a time limit, but they'll let you know. Like, no more Chinese for you. You go home now, fat boy.
Yeah,
you've been here for 4 hours.
You can no longer fit in booth.
Yeah.
No more Chinese for you.
They start throwing their twos
okay.
at you.
He's got a chocolate out.
There's I call the local one. It's not a buffet. It's a order, so it's all fresh. It's actually really good. And every time I go there, order, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, that'd be 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, everything's fucking 5 minutes. Okay. Go there.
Geographical oddity.
Yeah,
it's
5 minutes.
So good. The crab rangoons. I like to call them crab Laguna Secas. They're so good, dude.
Crab Laguna Secas. My wife loves those too. You scare my wife. Which one of us?
Yeah.
Collectively as a whole, or
yeah. It's like a trifecta of unholiness right now.
Yeah, buddy. Let me tell you. Hey, look at this. I found this. You guys like this? Firestarter 9000. When was the last time you seen one of those guys?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You running duels?
I mean,
Don't
on
put
my
those
boat,
on there. Nah.
I put this thing on the 305 when I first got it running because I had no air cleaner on it.
Yeah.
And I said, mark my words, as soon as I see flames, that's the culprit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on for about 3 minutes.
I've never really seen them on Mopars around my area.
What's
Usually
that?
just that air cleaner that you got there.
Yeah,
I've never seen too many around here. But
let me see it real quick.
we did buy a car with one of them on right away and threw it over the shoulder into the trash.
Let's see here. Let's see. What do we think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I still think the anodized gold velocity stacks are the way to go, man.
dude, if I could
Or
get
the
my
neighbor's
hands on
mailbox.
if I could get my hands on some, that's the problem, dude. They're the most elusive creature in the freaking universe. So I went with
You'll have a
these.
Coke bottle of that, baby.
Hell yeah, you will. Not
You
the
know,
glass
bud.
one. Like the Shack version from the late 90s, the big Shack bottle.
Dude, there's $2,000 worth of uncaught $100 bills in the back seat, bud. Swear to God.
That's good stuff.
You all right, Blake?
Uncaught $100 bills in the trunk.
They just keep piling up, bud. I'm going to retire off them,
Jesus.
That's funny.
Why are they in the trunk? Aren't you supposed to tape them on the dash?
Well, it's all the ones everybody missed.
Yeah.
It's my retirement plan.
They're piling up, so you got to put them in the trunk.
It sucks it
Safer
right past
way.
them. It's the package tray. They just end up
Yeah,
with
It's
it.
a
goes down with the
TM
speaker.
thing. I don't know if you'd understand.
I wouldn't. No.
Yeah. It's called G-force. When you get to GM,
Yeah.
you'll understand G-force and torque.
Yeah, it's a Turk thing.
Is that
Yeah,
that thing
Kurt.
on my draggy? That G, and it never moves? Just kind of sits in the middle reading zero?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get the Chevrolet, they'll read positive 2, 3, 4, 5, and sometimes 10,000.
Oh, damn.
So, I thought it was supposed to be negative numbers were good. Wait a minute. I guess I'm doing it wrong.
That's you're on the brakes, man.
Yeah, you're hammering.
Well,
It's
it's
like
just
that,
a 305.
You know
I mean, it's
who's
just
the
a
best?
305 at a 4-speed. I mean, it probably is negative G-force when I go to shift it.
That Simpson Speed Shop in Canada, he's got a 68 Dodge Dart 2-door. He just put a new motor in it. That thing's rowdy, and it's quick. While he races at a track up there, they're limited to land. I guess he's kind of on an island, and their drag strip's 330 foot. And then they do the equation when they print off your time slip. So you run a 330 foot, and then the print off calculates what your eighth mile would be and what your quarter mile would be, which is never really right,
Yeah.
But the shutdown isn't there's no shutdown, and it's a hard right-hand turn at the end. So as soon as these guys hit the 330 foot, they only got like another 100 feet to back it all the way down and turn hard right on the return road. And I'm like, these guys, they should just race to see who can stop first. You know? What kind of brakes do these guys run? I don't know. But, at least he's out there doing it, having fun. I just think it's kind of funny that if you look up one of his videos, you'll see it. It's pretty damn ridiculous.
You want to get on the live feed? No. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come here. Come here. Come here. You gotta meet the missus. This is the missus.
boss. No, it's the
This is the
boss.
boss. We call her the boss around
The
here.
boss. Come on, boss.
Yeah. Say hi, boss.
Hey, where's your shirt?
Hello.
Yeah, you're not wearing your battery shirt. What the heck?
Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
That's all
Just
right.
lay down.
No, I'm sorry.
I know
Blake-
you turned them all into rags anyway.
No.
Wouldn't do that.
No.
They're collectibles.
You have your square body shirt?
Hey,
Square
hey,
body stuff?
Ryan.
Never got a square body.
Hey,
You
Ryan,
haven't bought anything for Chad? God, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm just kidding.
That's
It's
all
about
right.
to be a domestic.
Hey, Ryan, did you tell her I told you to tell her happy birthday?
I did. I
Okay.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
happy birthday, by the way.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Ryan said you just hit 29.
Yeah.
Fun. Now you should
Yeah,
just say
she's-
happy birthday. to
She's
Austin.
29 now.
Yeah.
She's about to hit that 3-0 mark. So, you
Yeah.
know, I'm
It's a
lucky
rough
old
one,
man.
but you'll get over it, I think.
Happy birthday to Austin.
Yeah, 9 will work. All right. Love you. Hey, could you turn the air on out here? It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you want to say hi to the internet?
Oh, busted.
Oh, Buff's Garage says happy birthday to you, honey.
Who?
Buff's Garage.
Oh,
They're commenting in here. Yeah, she says thank you, Buff.
Thank
Go let mom in.
I got you.
I got a busted door handle I got to fix.
Man, I got this door shut and there's no air conditioning. I'm dying.
Oh, you got a baby in there. Hey, little
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah,
There
she's
she
a blondie, little curly-headed one.
He's got the outfit I'd like to have on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stripped
Yeah.
down to my diaper.
Yeah. Hey, what you doing?
See that fat bearded guy? That's Ryan. That's Chad. Yeah,
Hello.
Chad. Yeah, they look.
It's hard to
cute.
believe this guy was ever that small.
Yeah.
I'll miss it, but she's still got like 2 teeth left to come in that are cutting. That's why.
That's the greatest time ever back there, man. Now they start to stink and get opinions, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first part of their life, you want them to walk and talk and all that stuff. Then once they start to walk and talk, you want them to shut up and sit down.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
My
exactly
girls,
what he's like.
Aaliyah.
Shut up.
Aaliyah started walking at 8 months old, and she started walking at 9 months old.
Jeez.
Neither of them shut up.
Right.
Since then,
She's like, yeah.
this one just babbles nonsense.
Yeah, I
We're
think he
2/3,
started,
so.
he started working. He started walking around 11 months, I think. And Austin went earlier.
No, Austin walked at 6 years old. He's turning 8 next Sunday.
Should I go get him?
Yes.
See what he has to say about that?
Yeah.
Nope.
You know he won't come out here.
Shop Cat, is there a special class one-wheel peel? Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah, so this ugly truck experience, I've told them they need to go to No Name Nationals. They need to bring something they have.
Where are
They
they
have
out
a
of?
truck they need to bring.
Yeah. Are they not going yet?
They need to bring Frankenstein. So everybody go to their channel and tell them, bring Frankenstein to your No Name Nationals.
Hey,
Just
They-
come up.
I think we just found your call out race.
Oh,
yeah. No,
Now, wait, where are they at? They're in Tennessee?
no, they're in around Springfield, Missouri, Stratford.
They're in
Oh.
Springfield.
Local
Yeah.
track for them then.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're-
gotta come.
yeah. Well, earlier they said they was probably going to come as spectators, but they've got a truck they need to bring. Actually, they got a couple cool trucks they should bring, but
Don't you just
The one you're talking about is Frankenstein, you said?
yeah. I won't spoil it.
Oh, wait.
just got another sub.
Yeah, go to their channel and find out which truck that is. It's pretty
It's,
cool. Actually, I
it's
would
a-
rate them.
It's a turquoise tealish Chevy.
Yeah.
I got a turquoise D200 Dodge, not Chevy, obviously. But new freeze plugs. Man, I like that patina. That thing is slick.
Are you looking at the Frankenstein truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it.
When I went to their place, they hadn't cleaned it up yet or anything. Still had the camper shell. Just it was kind of trashed and stuff. But man, I love the old patina trucks. I'd rather have that than a $20,000 paint job. 'Cause you can't replicate it.
I like that 73 Dart though on their channel. Ooh, I think I found something to watch tonight.
Yeah. I keep telling Blake here pretty
Yeah.
soon. I'm gonna get him a Mopar to put on my channel. I'm gonna get him something.
You got
Yeah.
a Mopar already, man.
Just buy one from him.
You already got.
Well,
a
I do.
Mopar.
I got a Ram. I got a Ram.
Well, I do too. I mean, I've got my wife. We got a 2019 Ram because unfortunately, the GM stuff that we were wanting, what we were wanting for a per vehicle or a traveling vehicle, luxury truck, the Ram. Honestly, they had everything we wanted.
Yep.
So that's what we went with. The Silverados just were not cutting it, unfortunately.
I like to
man,
call
yeah.
them the silver dildos.
Oh, Andy's in here. Look at that.
Unity
What's up, Andy? How you
Motorsports.
doing?
Unity.
I'm ready to see that truck run, dude. I want to see that thing run.
That's the only Ford I know about that's going to be there, other than High Five Jeff.
I think there's a couple more, but I'm thinking those two are going to steal the show as far as power is concerned. I haven't seen a lot. From the Ford guys, unless I'm just missing it. I could be missing it. Oh, come on, man. You can get it ready. How much work does it need? I haven't watched the channel. I'm sorry. I've
Yeah.
watched some. I think I've seen the truck.
Oh,
Does it need a lot of work?
If they could put it on a trailer, they could get it there, and it'd be fine for No Name Nationals.
Here's a better idea. Here's a great video. Put it on a trailer with what's not finished on it. Get it there a day early. We'll all meet there and finish the truck together.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. I know it's the Ford stuff is awesome. There's nothing. One of the best sounding engines, I gotta say it, to me, is a stroker Ford. Like if you have like a 393 or even a 427 small block, good Lord, those things sound good when they're wound up tight and they got a solid roller cam in them.
heading straight for the crowd sideways.
Yeah.
Well, if it's in a Mustang chassis, more than likely.
Remember one time we were at the Denton racetrack. We're now almost at the wall.
Well, that's just racing, son.
I mean, let's not forget the fallen that have suffered from those.
There's been many a people put in a cast over a Mustang. That's for sure.
Well, the Hellcats are starting to get popular with that too lately.
Oh, dude! So I'm in insurance, and I've written like 4 of those things, and they just get demolished. Uh-oh.
June bug?
It's a cicada.
Oh,
I hate those things.
take one of those to the forehead on your motorcycle at 80 miles an hour.
Oh, that's why you got this. This is a little extra protection.
Right? I thought I got shot, man. My hands almost came off the
That's
grips.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bug catcher.
You want to watch a big guy go full sissy? Add a bug in the mix.
Yeah.
I
I do not like
for
those
good
things,
measure.
man. Because I'm on camera, I'm holding my composure. But had this not been on, you'd have heard nothing but, oh my God!
Yeah. There have been clothes flying and running out the shop.
Hey, come on. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Torque racing. Targets acquired.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, I'm interested to see who all actually shows up. We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
2 months
Yeah.
away.
And it has to be the hottest ever. Like I'm sitting here, Richie, my buddy Richie, they sent me a picture. So the Camaro is completely stripped. And when I say completely stripped, motor's out, it's at the shop, tranny's on the floor, rear end's completely out, all suspension's ripped out, and they've cut out all the control arm supports in the car. And he sent me that, and I was like, dude, how are you going to get this done before then? Because I can't help him because I've got to finish my stuff. And he's like, I got AC in the garage now. We'll have it done in no time. Dude, they went in last night and cut everything out, welded in the new mounts. They're taking tonight off. Tomorrow night, they're going to clean up the rear end, get it set back in, and then mock everything up. And he's saying the engine won't be back for about 30 days. And he's like, we'll just put it back together first week of September, and hopefully we can test the weekend before or something. I was like, okay.
We got a squirrel cage fan down in Jeremy's basement, and in our garage that we work in, there's an old pit that was built back in the 40s. And that's another entrance into his basement. So we left a portion of that pit exposed with that basement door and got a squirrel cage fan blowing 50-degree basement air
Oh,
in
God.
the garage, and it feels freaking great, dude. It works like a charm.
God dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buff. Yeah, AC in the garage is a game changer. We went over there the other night to work on his car to get the engine out.
Why doesn't everybody just dig a 10-foot hole and put a damn squirrel cage fan at the bottom?
Well, all we'd be doing is blowing dirt all through our house here because we don't have basements.
Yeah.
Dude, we went in his garage and literally, outside the door, it was 100 degrees when I got there at 8 o'clock. Inside the garage, it was 67.
I literally got
It was
goosebumps.
uncomfortably cold. Yeah, he was freezing. It was uncomfortably cold.
Oh, you
God,
get sick, man.
I
Now
know.
I'm sweating.
I see flashbacks of me ripping my shirt off as a wasp stuck my back. Yeah, that's right, Shopcat. That's all fun and games until the stinger comes out.
Yeah, get a stinger inside your helmet. Yeah.
Dang, that thing's
Why is-
back again.
Bugs and motorcycles with me, man.
Yeah,
I always had stupid bugs.
I caught a bug in the mouth. I used to have a Banshee 4-wheeler, and I used to street race it. I was ripping down this road one night, and then I caught something in the throat. Dude, it went all the way to the back. Bam! Hit my dangly thing. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Your dangly
That's-
thing, huh?
I think that's called your uvula.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
deal. That deal. The UV.
That thing.
The old dangly thing. Not
Man,
the other
I had
dangly thing.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Yeah, this is going south fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Phew. Yeah, and I about choked to death, dude, because I couldn't get. I was like, I pulled over, and I ended up having to swallow it. I don't even know what I ate because there was no getting it out. It was.
You probably
it
get
was-
fish flies or mayflies down there, right, Chad?
No, not really.
Oh, man. They're about yay long. They only live for 24 hours and die.
No.
Yeah, we call them idiot bugs here.
But they live in the water for 7 years before they hatch, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But once they hatch, they only live for 24 hours. I was playing outfield, tracking down a ball. Mayfly back, hit the the hanging ball thing,
Dad
throwing
early.
up in the outfield. Couldn't handle it. Just struggling, man.
One time I caught a bug in my mouth.
What?
I was riding on the scooter on the sidewalk and something flew into my mouth.
Yeah, you did. He also broke his arm on the scooter. That's why he's not allowed to ride the scooter anymore.
Broke two bones.
Say I won a lot of money with my Banshee racing cars back in the day. Yeah, dude, me too, man. I had mine was a 400 with a cool head, Toomey pipes. I ran it on alcohol. It was stretched 6 inches. I ran a 11-inch wide tire with a Dune skinny on the front, and that thing ripped. I'd tie down the front end, and I'd get out there and whoop the snot out of some cars. It was so funny, too, because I pull it out of the bed of the truck around the corner. I come riding up, and these dudes are like, what the heck? I'm like, hey, anybody want to race? They're like, well, we don't have any motorcycles. I'm like, no, I'll race a car, race whatever you got. And so some dude put me up against a turbo NSX one night, and I had the front end tied down, but it bit real hard. And so it came up. When it came up, I guess I had the right slick a little lower than the left. So it hooked hard left, and I almost hit the car. I had to set it down real quick, steer back to the right, and then I got back in it, and I still passed that piece of crap.
And Bansies were the business back in the day, man.
Oh, they were so deadly.
We did
I
that.
had a pretty much stock 87 Quadzilla.
Yeah, I had a 250R quad racer.
Yeah, that 500 Quadzilla was my dream four-wheeler from back when they were new when I was a kid. But I always wanted a white one with the blue seat because they didn't make the white one, but you had to get the aftermarket plastic. But I found one. I already had the white plastic. It was already set up just like I wanted. Just need the top end refreshed. And, man, I rebuilt it. Love that thing. It was awesome. But then I thought, it broke my foot, broke my buddy's toe. That's just trying to start it.
Yeah, big
That's so much
500cc bastard.
Oh, man. It was a blast, though.
They were the Sandrail Kings, weren't they? Like, for Dunan. I mean, they're 500cc.
Yeah,
they're huge.
They're just they've got power everywhere. Even like I said, mine was mostly stock. It had a pipe. I think it had pipe and an air filter. That's about all it had, really. It really wasn't much over stock, and man, it just had it everywhere.
So like a big chamber FMF or something, and
yeah,
I love them two-stroke ting 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 ting.
Oh, this wasn't a ting ting ting. This thing was a thump 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 thump. I mean, every time when it was idling, every time it hit it, I mean, it hit you in the chest. It was, and it had 4-stroke bottom end. You could lug it way down, and you didn't even have to clutch it. You know, you didn't have. It would pull right off the bottom. They were just beasts. But I sold it.
The little brother version.
Yeah, the 250Rs. My boy, we bought one for him, and top end. You know, his was fast, but it just could not. I mean, he couldn't keep up with old dad on the 500.
Yeah.
But
we do a lot of enduro racing, woods racing, and stuff up this way. So there's not a whole lot of top end needed. So like the Honda 250R reigned supreme up here forever, even after 400EXs came out with big 440 bore kits and 700 Raptors. People were still running 250Rs. Team Nax team used to run 250Rs all the way up until like 08, something like that.
You talking a Honda 250R?
Yeah, Honda 250R. Okay. Yeah, those things dominated all the way up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and what gets me is, you know, you'll watch, I just watched a couple of videos on YouTube a couple of days ago. It was a Quadzilla versus Banshee versus 250R Honda. Now, 250R Honda is, you would think it's way smaller displacement wise, but Honda has their stuff together, or had their stuff together back then. And they always have been a force to be reckoned with.
Ride red, man.
Yeah. I had a YFZ 450, Yamaha YFZ 450R. Dude, and that thing, I had it at the same time I had the Banshee. I actually got the Banshee after I bought that. And I was not really a big 4-stroke guy, but man, dude, that thing, you want to talk about some low-end grunt. That sucker had some power. You just couldn't race it. Like, I couldn't race it on the street because you could never keep it down. It just wanted to come up on you.
I had more fun on my 400EX than anything, probably.
Yeah. We had a LTZ 400, and it had big cams, hot cams, you know, stuff, and a few little upgrades. The only bad thing about it was you couldn't keep the front end on the ground. Once we lowered it and got some stuff set up on suspension where it would, you know, kind of track flat, man, that was a fun bike. It was actually more fun than my 500 because it was more manageable. That 500 was a big unit. I mean, there's a lot going on, and it was a lot of machine to manhandle. At the end of the day, riding my 500, yeah, I could wax anybody that I rode with any given time. But at the end of the day, I was wore slap out. Yeah. And they were, you know, but then they'd say, well, you're just an old man. So that's why I always do it.
That 450 wore me out. We ride the trails and there was we used to have a place probably about 20 minutes south of me that had like some woods trails, but they also had an MX track. And so you could race the quads around that. Me and my brother-in-law, he had a blaster, 250 blaster, but he had it stroked and had a bunch of work done to it. So it was pretty quick for a little bike. And we go out there and just race around that track, lap after lap after lap. By the time I get back to the truck, man, I feel like I was drugged behind a horse. Like, do
the enduro races, man. 8 mile long laps.
No.
And there's like 6 of them. I quit after 2 and I finished 6 still.
Yeah.
In my utility class that I entered one time. And I just at the checkpoint, you go up this huge berm with a flat tabletop, and they got a sticker on your helmet where they write your lap times down. And they're getting ready to write my second lap time down. And I just throw my hands up in the air. I'm like, no mas. Like, I can't. I went over the handlebars on this thing like 7 times one lap, and
I'm out.
Yeah. I couldn't even lift my arms hardly anymore. you know, and I was young. You know.
Yeah. I sold my 450 because I went riding in some core property, which that bike had no business being back there, but that's where we were riding that day. And I found an opening, and I decided I got tired of putting around, so I decided to let it rip. And I split 2 trees. And next thing I know, I'm waking up, I'm on the ground, and I guess my left front wheel caught one of the trees and kicked the bike sideways, wedging between both trees, and bucked me off. And I was like, I think I'm done. And so I sold that one, and I kept the Banshee. And then I had that close call with almost hitting that car. And we took it to the trails a couple times, and I came off a tabletop, in the power band, and I went a little higher than I wanted to. And I came down, and everything was puckered up. And
so up here in the north, we have these things called snowmobiles.
Mm-hmm.
Snow machines,
Snow machine. I caught one of them steel cable guidelines for a telephone pole in the ditch with my left ski, and it hooked right in there and caught in the upper control arm, and it just put me right through the windshield, right over the hood.
You hooked your snow machine there, eh?
Oh yeah, and then I had to go down to
down to the emergency room.
Hey, let me ask you this before you hit it, you didn't say, I'm still gonna send it, did you?
Still gonna send that.
Oh yeah.
What are you, silly?
Yeah, were you silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Yeah, dude, that was just a 440 Indy Polaris, and it yanked the whole front ski, everything off that snow machine,
Yeah.
I didn't get hurt or anything because I just landed in a bunch of snow.
See, but the reason he called it a snowmobile in the beginning is because he was talking to people from the South, and we call them snowmobiles. But up north, if you say snowmobile, you're liable to get smacked in the mouth.
Not in Iowa. We call them snowmobiles here.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, around. I think it's more of the northern Minnesota.
Minnesota.
You gotta get up around Black River Falls or Eagle River, Wisconsin, up by the UP.
Oh, they don't mess around there with your snow machines,
Oh no,
You sound like Garrett.
You don't make fun of their snow machines there, They'll flat jack you up,
You ever go out ice fishing with tip ups, bud?
No.
Oh, it's a hoot. You get on some Northerns. 36 inchers are great for fillets.
I went up there to Wisconsin there, and then my sister, and I caught me a Bill Northern up there,
Get you some cheese curds for the ride home,
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Don't you
then
know?
you don't go for a week, eh? You know, it's rough on the bowels. Eh,
Well, for one of you out
Don't
of state,
you
it's
know?
probably.
Huh?
Don't you
Hey
know?
there, don't you know? Hey, yeah, don't you know that there cheese, the cheese curds, eh?
Hey,
Hey, why don't you go get
something
your
we
old
can
man-
all agree on, is we ain't no fibs, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No food, big.
yeah,
Had
ain't
to
no
exp-
fib up there. Them fibs, nah.
Think I
Them
need
boys
a
from Wisconsin, they
Why
love
don't you
their
go get
people
your
from
old man a
Illinois.
Please.
How you been?
I'm
I
just
spend
serious.
more time in Wisconsin than I do in my own state. I live right like 2 miles away, right on the
Oh,
river.
really?
So everything, like all the Walmart, anything that we
Nice
need,
water.
it's right across the creek over in Wisconsin.
The creek,
Yeah,
you
got
got the
across the creek.
creeks up there, eh?
Yeah, she's about 2.5 miles wide.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
big
that's
creek there.
there's a wide creek bed, eh?
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Oh yeah.
Hey, I was sitting on the stoop the other day,
Stoop?
looking at my spigot on the old bubbler, you know.
The old bubbler, eh?
No, but for real, they start getting really nasally once you get about up by La Crosse, Wisconsin, a little bit north of that. They start getting nasalier.
Yeah.
When I go to Florida, the people say, "Are you from Wisconsin?" I'm like, no, I'm from Iowa. Well, you sound really nasally. I'm like, I sound like you, don't I? It's like,
Yeah.
no, dude, you sound like you're from way up north.
But see, and I didn't know. I thought you were from I didn't know where you were from, Blake. I wasn't really sure. I didn't really do a whole lot of background on, see where you were from. And I kind of thought you may have been from, the Texas area, because the dialect doesn't mean a whole lot to me, because, people move all over the country. And
Oh yeah, yep.
yeah, my neighbor that I run cattle with all the time, he's 69-year-old man. He moved down here from New York 30 some years ago. He's still, he still has a little bit of the New York accent. And we're not talking New York City. We're talking backwoods New York. Yep. By the Adirondacks and stuff.
Okay.
So, but he still has some of that New York stuff. So I never,
Forget about it.
yeah.
Hey. Hey.
No, I think that's little, Eastern New York, New
Coastal.
Jersey. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Hey, pull around the link and take him for a ride, huh?
There you go.
Hey.
Hey. I don't know.
Oh man.
It's
hotter than the hubs on OJ's Bronco in this room, I'm telling you what.
Now you're showing your age there, Blake.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a favorite pastime of mine as a kid, to come home and watch the OJ trial after school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is he guilty yet? No, they're still dragging it out. The gloves didn't fit.
That's always been my excuse. The gloves don't fit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't.
Doesn't
I have to custom make my own gloves to fit these short, fat sausages.
Yep. Me and you in the same boat. What size ring you wear?
I wear an 11, but my fingers are like an inch wide and 3 inches long.
I wear a 14.
Yeah.
What,
But see,
shoe?
on this screen, you and I look like we might be the same size. But when we meet up in person at No Name Nationals, it's going to be like Herman Munster and Uncle Fester.
Bro, everybody on YouTube looks taller than they actually are. I met Jed Scott in Indy 2 years ago, and he looks like a big beast of a dude from Scott's Speed Shop.
He's
Yeah.
signing off.
Say yeah.
I'm 6'1", and he stands up to here on me. I'm like,
All right.
what the hell, man? I
Yeah.
thought you're like 6'7", 300 pounds.
How
See,
tall are you,
I'm-
Chad?
with or without my boots on?
With boots.
With boots, about 5'8", 5'9".
Okay. Right
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So you don't have much lower back pain.
No.
Me. You're a rancher. You got back pain.
I've got pains everywhere.
Yeah.
How tall are you, Ryan?
I think I'm 6'1", maybe 6'2". I used to be 6'2" at my tallest. I was like 6'2". And
Is
some
that
change.
standing up or laying down?
That was standing up. Laying
Oh,
down,
okay.
I'm 4'11".
No.
Don't ask questions.
Yeah. Next question.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's why I tell my kid all the time. He's like, man, I hope I'm tall. I was like, yeah, well, enjoy the back pain.
Yeah.
It's a doozy.
Back pain comes in all sizes. Trust
Oh.
me.
Nice shop, Cat.
I got some
See you
going
later,
on
dude.
right now. For real. Hey,
Well-
kids, don't get hit by SUVs.
Yeah.
I would say most of you Mopar guys have lower back pain from bending over to kissing your own rear end. So
Oh!
It's because we live that jack stand life, baby. All these parts cost too much to own a hoist or a lift.
That is no lie. That is no lie. That is no.
Oh my
freaking lie.
god.
Yeah, one of these days I'll get a hold of me a Mopar. I will. It's
Yeah,
got to
just
be the
don't-
right one. Though.
Don't Chevy guy it all up though.
Oh, I
Would ya,
won't.
please?
I won't. What about if I put a big block Chevrolet in it, but have retrofitted valve covers to make it look like a Mopar?
Yeah.
He's like, shut up. No, I'll have one. I'll leave it alone.
How many people are watching?
it's dropped down to 7 right now. We was up to like 20 some.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't even make an announcement or anything, did you?
No,
You just
because
whipped it out.
yeah, that's how I do it. Just like, whoop, there it is. Hey,
Check it out.
no need to make an announcement with this. Just whip it out. And
Exactly.
no, because I called. Well, I talked to Ryan because I had a bright idea to try to do it live, and I wasn't sure just doing it on my phone with no Wi-Fi. It's just my phone. If it would work or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a hold of Ryan to see if he was going to be available at least to watch. At least I'd have one viewer to see if it was
Right.
even coming through.
Right.
And then I got a hold of John Wilburn, and because I know he knows, because I am technologically retarded, and I don't want to make fun of handicapped people, but just
Understand you.
I cannot.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Well, I
Same
mean,
guy.
Wilburn's got it down packed on how to get it started, share the link and all that.
Oh
But
yeah,
I don't think he still does this to show people stuff.
yeah.
Instead of doing the screen share. So once
Well,
he starts doing that.
he was doing that, and I would read his. He would actually send me that message, and I would read it, and then I'd go back to the screen, and then he'd be holding his phone up, which he was just because at first, when I first got on with just John, I could not hear him. I could see him, he could hear me, and everything. I had problems with my phone. My phone settings on the audio were. I just had to turn everything on, and then I could hear him. But I didn't figure that out until Ryan come on, and I couldn't hear Ryan either. I'm like, oh wait, it's more than just the internet connection, because audio will come through before video will. So I started messing around my phone. That's how I do most of my stuff, or figure out most of my stuff. When it starts going bad, I start either pushing buttons or turning screws until something works or blows up. And then once it blows up, then you go through and find, oh, okay, this part's broken. Yeah, we don't need to be doing that no more.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Yeah. So yeah, this was just a test run. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And, but like I said, I'm not a real social person. So, but this No Name Nationals thing has done a lot for a lot of channels. And for guys like me that don't really get out there and on YouTube, I only have like 3 or 4 channels that I watch, I guess, religiously. and keep up on. And the rest of it is just, if I'm bored at work, I just watch, fail movies or fail videos. It's just, so I'm trying to figure out who's who and get to know people.
Right.
So I thought, live, and I've jumped in on some lives, just in the comments when I'm at work. But, I wanted to try a live of my own just to see how it works, see if I could even do it with my phone. And, it's working now.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool for me. I mean, I'm just a dumb redneck from South Central Missouri that,
Well, how cool is it that we all have the same common interests? We can chill out and shoot the shit and then talk like we're from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, awesome. I tell my wife, tell people, it's like, if I was ever down in Ryan's area and I was called up out of the blue or sent him a message, hey, I'm in the area. You got a place for me to crash?
Oh,
Dude, yeah. And same, it's a community that we're building here. And the No Name Nationals is really brought a lot of people together on this on YouTube. And that's the coolest thing about the No Name Nationals. Now the event itself is going to be awesome. Now, after the event, I'm wondering what's going to happen after the event.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been thinking the same thing.
I
wonder how many people are going to unsubscribe. They're like, okay, don't got to follow that guy anymore.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, we don't have a drive. It's kind of like that deal where you get up on a roller coaster ride. Oh, we're riding a high right now because we're trying to get our bills together for No Name Nationals. We're trying to meet each other and trying to do this. After No Name Nationals, what's the next thing? Is it
right?
Are we still going to have this? And I know
channels like us, we'll just be able to go back to our regular routine.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You've been doing this before No Name Nationals.
Yeah.
Was a thing. We were a thing way before it too, and it'll just be less hashtags of No Name Nationals until it gets announced for its second, year, and then start doing it again.
But I tell you what, I've got some ideas in my head.
Oh, of course you do, Ryan.
This whole thing here inside of here, it's broken most of the time, but I got some pretty good ideas, and I think I'll talk to you guys about it later sometime. But I think that I got some ways to keep it going because I've been thinking the same way you had, Chad. Because really and truly, had it not been for the No Name Nationals, this car would still have the 454 it had in it before. It was perfectly fine. It did everything I wanted it to do. It drove fine. We went everywhere in it. It was a great time. I enjoyed the car the way it was. But this gave me a drive to build the car the way I kind of really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it pushed me to do it. And yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I think there's some really good ideas in my head. And if we can figure, the only thing that sucks is economically it's tough right now.
And we all know it. Really great ideas in our head sound awesome, and you can visualize it, and then you go to edit that video, and you go, "Oh man, what the hell did I just make?"
14 days later.
Yeah. Normally my videos, I can edit them in like an hour, put them out. It's just I try to keep the KISS idea. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And just get the content out, get my point across. I used to in the beginning, try to, they weren't the greatest videos, but maybe over edit a little bit. But now it's just, just kind of get through there and do it. But this video I'm working on right now, my next video going to come out. It's a little more involved. So the editing part of it is kind of dragging out. But it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to pay off. It's not going to be, some of it's going to be kind of my normal stuff, and then some of it's not. But I'm trying to bring a little more entertainment to my channel, because I know I lack that, and I think if I had more entertainment value, I would have probably a bigger channel. But and that, it's just
It's tough. It's tough because like me and Blake have talked about this before, and actually I talked about it with Duddy the other day, and he's like, man, Duddy goes, when I shoot a video, I have a plan from point A to point B, and I know where I'm going with it. And he goes, but what you and Blake do, he goes, I don't know how you guys edit that, because you're and it's true. Like typically if I'm doing a video, the videos I've done in the past. Night, Patrick. It'll take me sometimes 3 days of editing in the evening time till, I usually start when the kids go to bed, and I don't finish till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I sleep for 3 hours, 4 hours, go to work. And I keep telling myself,
12 hours, man, 12 hours of being on the computer, sitting there.
Yeah.
And
and it's tough.
45-minute video. That then turns out to be a flop where only like 300 people watch it, and it gets buried under the algorithm and never seen again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a couple of those race videos I've done from Indian Valley. I mean, one of them's got 170 views. I'm like, dude, I worked my off on that. Like,
you think people would understand and want to be more willing to subscribe? I mean, what's your time worth, dude? How many hours do you have total in editing videos and putting out some kind of entertainment for somebody to sit there and watch for free?
Yeah.
That's not why we're doing it.
No.
Or why I started it or anything. I started it to, my memory's fading. I want to look back on these and remember my dad.
Mine was,
my daughter can remember me.
Yeah, that's my intro video. Or if you go to my like channel homepage, I'm just sitting there in a chair in front of the truck, it's like, this is why I'm doing this. This is, because it's a passion of mine, and I'm just trying to share that. So I don't care if really 10,000 people want to see it, 50 years from now, if YouTube is still out there, my great whatever grandkids or my descendants can get to know me, have a sense of, who I was. And that's my biggest drive, really, to keep doing this. Now, the No Name Nationals thing, like Ryan was saying, if it wasn't for No Name Nationals, I probably wouldn't be dumping a bunch of money into a 305.
Right.
Not to the extent that I am now. Now, my point with the 305 is just to show the square body world. That's my channel focus, is square bodies. And that's another thing, a little rabbit trail that holds me back as far as, really getting going, is because I do focus on a smaller niche of viewers. I try to focus on square body stuff. Like I've got this Duramax that I'm doing a bunch of work to. That would be a lot of good content that I would probably get some views from, but not from my channel, because my viewers want to see square body stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if I put anything else on there other than square bodies, it really doesn't go over well. But the 305 thing, my main focus on that at the beginning was because the 305, everybody hates them. You can't do nothing with them. They're junk. And I was on that same bandwagon for years. I built a few, they were respectable, but, on Facebook, guys would have, guys like me or a lot of us that don't have a lot of money and stuff, well, they get a truck, it's got a 305 in it, but they want to just spunk it up a little bit. They want to, make some noise and have some fun. And they would just get trashed for having a 305. Well, I had this truck that was a perfect platform to show otherwise. It had 305 and a 4-speed. That's the worst of the worst of having fun. So that I'm going to do everything I can to show people you can have fun and not spend a bunch of money in the beginning, with the 305. You can have a lot of fun with them. Now, I don't suggest that everybody puts the kind of money and time into a 305 that I'm doing now, but my focus now is to show that a 305 can put some power out.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and then the 4-speed, the old truck granny low 4-speed, that's just kind of the cherry on the top. You know, it's like, you know, you can't race that. You can't have fun with that. And yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And I've had so many comments, you know, oh, you need to put an automatic in it. It's like, I've got turbo 400s, 350s laying around here. I could throw on that truck and probably knock 2 seconds off my time, maybe. I don't know.
How about this for an event? Everybody that has a manufacturer preference, like, okay, you're doing a 305. What would a Ford guy do? 302?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Mopar would be what, 318?
Yeah.
And that would be the only requirement, is you have to have the tiniest version of your small block.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
yeah,
build it and take it and race it. And
yeah, see, I'm hoping
kind of a neat idea.
I'm hoping at No Name Nationals, and I think it's been mentioned before, but I have a very poor memory, so I can't remember. But I think it's been mentioned before. I've got the GM truck. I think there's a Ford and a Mopar truck that's going to be there, kind of in the same category. No one's really been called out or anything like that, but I think there's going to be 3 trucks that are going to be, you know, that class like you're talking about, Blake, that we can have a matchup at No Name Nationals. You know,
oh yeah,
the small cubic inch trucks,
right?
Yeah,
and the big 3 small inch class.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just for fun. I mean, I really don't care. Now, I'm trying to get some power out of this 305. I'm doing a lot to it, but if a guy shows up with a F100 with a 302 out of a Mustang, or Bosch 302, whatever they call them, you know, they got to throw that big name in there. But
yeah,
you know, if he beats me, he beats me. I really don't care. It's about fun,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the biggest thing about all of this. You know, we all have to share the same idea of just having fun with whatever you have.
Hey, Eric.
What's going on, man? Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, so I wanted to. There were 2 guys.
Not compensating class.
Yeah,
The not compensating.
compensating class. I like that.
Early man class.
So, like, with my deal is, I wanted to. There were 2 cars that I thought might come, and I was like, man, I want to gear my car to run those guys. And I don't know if they've announced or not. I don't think they have. I don't know if they are going to come, but if they do, that'd be really cool. That's why I haven't done any like official call out. I'm not going to do any of that kind of stuff till I'm in person. But I would like to. That's why I told John, I was like, dude, let's do the 2810 class. That way you can have your fun call out stuff, you know, your whatever between YouTube channels. But if there's a channel that is more serious in racing, they want to get into a real shootout for real money.
Red Light Ricky thinks he wants to join it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, man. He says that's the same size tires I got on the Duster.
Well,
that's the size tire.
We'd love to have them.
I'm like, but good luck. You know, thanks for your donation of $100 to that class. Maybe you'll get more eyeballs on your channel that way too. You know.
Yeah,
even if you're out there losing,
yeah,
people are still gonna see it. You're out there. You know, there's the worst thing to do is sit at home and twiddle your thumbs if you're trying to make a name for yourself and trying to get seen. Yeah, you know, the more events that you join in, the more camera time you're gonna get.
Oh,
even
yeah.
if you're not filming it, you know.
If you're out there just dominating everything, people lose interest.
Yep.
And if you have the downfalls, like I said earlier in this, we're on almost 2 hours now. I never expected this to last that long, but earlier on us, Cletus McFarland, that channel, he's one of my go-tos. I watch him because he's got a legitimate thing going on. He has built an awesome channel. He's built an awesome
It's a machine,
group,
dude.
and it's legitimate. But they also have, right now they're up at Indy, and they're just having a hard time.
Poor
their last,
man. One pass and ruins the S10 Blazer
Yeah.
right away.
I mean, just bam, right off the bat. And see, they were on the hot rod. What was the last one they were on?
Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yeah, and they dominated.
Oh yeah,
and then
Cletus overall win, and George got second. First ever time. That was awesome.
Yeah, and and then this next go round, they go up to Indy, and it's just bam, they're just having bad luck, and that's real life.
Oh yeah.
And people want to see the real life stuff. If you're just going out there and dominating, I think people lose interest in that. They want to see the ups, they want to see the downs, they want to see everything.
Yeah. No, 110%.
Ooh, that's $10 super chat from Destroyer 1320
Wow.
for a beer fund. Chad's about ready to shut the stream down. Go get some beer now.
I drink whiskey.
Oh yeah. I did until 4th of July 2019. Now I'm not allowed to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer just gives me a headache. So I think thanks, Destroyer. That's awesome. Sorry for the fat fingers.
Destroyer's pretty good like that.
Oh.
Eric's a really good guy.
I think there's a lot of great things that are going to spawn from it. It's just going to be a lot of Dick Reamer. Sorry, Dick Reamer.
This wasn't coffee in this cup. I guarantee you that.
Shit.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of good stuff that spawns from it. It's just going to have to be, guys that are really serious about doing more stuff after this. You're just going to have to be really committed to it, and that's the thing. I think I've learned through this experience, like with doing the GM roll call video, there's guys that are committed and there's guys that aren't. And the ones that aren't committed, they're probably going to get done with this if they even make it at all, and they'll probably fade into the darkness. And but there's going to be a lot of guys that build off of it, and I'm hoping all of us, involved are going to do nothing but continue to build of it.
I don't have any worries about you guys fading.
Yeah. Well, that's the big thing I hope for this is that after the dust settles, after No Name Nationals, that we still have these live chats, that we still have this community that's just going to keep continuing to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not just because we're trying to make it to No Name Nationals,
Right.
Every time, one of these live chats or live streams come up and I go through the chats and I'll go to these guys, am I subscribed to them or not? If I'm not subscribed to them, I'll subscribe to them, and do my part to help them out. But, it's just, we need to, continue on after this because this ain't, No Name Nationals ain't the end of the road. That ain't the end of the rainbow. This is just another stepping stone. This is, what's going to happen next.
This is the great first stone to step on. If you're
absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's up to the people that are committed to actually do something and run with it from here.
And if you use this as your springboard to get you into the sea of YouTube, which is, it's a very small percentage of people that make monetization out of the grand scheme of things, out of the millions and millions of channels that have started. There's not a very large percentage of people that hit that finish line of 1,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
And man, I think it's awesome that the requirements is 500 because it gives these guys like a finish line to get to that isn't so far out of reach on something that's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this community is about the right size for it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll admit that I'm not the best at keeping up on everybody that's involved in the No Name Nationals. But watching what little bit I do keep up with, some of these channels that in the beginning, after Ryan turned me on to it, and I started getting into it, it's like, man, some of these channels had 10 subscribers, and
Yeah.
now and now they're over 500 or maybe getting over 1,000, and they're really getting out there. This is a great platform, or a great venue and platform to encourage growth in their channels. And that's what I'm worried about is after this is over, what, are they going to have the, do they still need what's the word I'm looking for?
Motivation.
That carrot in
Drive.
front of them,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
to
drive.
take,
Drive. Yeah,
the drive,
motivation
yeah, to keep going. Because me personally, my channel, it's a bigger channel, but I still don't consider myself. When I look at my subscribers every day, I tell my wife, I'm like, I've got this many subscribers. It's like, it blows my mind that many people want to subscribe to watch this.
You started about 3 years ago, it looks like, huh?
Yeah. I've just kind of, in the beginning, it's like, I'm just going to stick in it for a long haul. I've got a dream that hopefully that I'll get big enough to where, maybe this YouTube thing will, kind of sustain me to where I can quit my day job or night job. I work night shift, but
you're blowing my doors off, Chad.
But
we started YouTube the same time.
Really?
And you have 10,000 more subs.
Yeah. But, and I don't, and,
Must be
John Wilburn, said, oh, Squarebodystuff's got it figured out. I don't know what I'm doing. This tonight is case in point on that. I don't know what I'm doing on this. I didn't know how to do a live. I'm texting Ryan because like, at least I'll have one person there that I know to at least say, oh, well, I can't hear you or I can't see you.
Right.
And then it's like, well, I know. Of course, Ryan told me, he said, hey, get a hold of Blake.
Yeah, I got a message. Hey, man, do you mind if Chad gets hold of you?
And it's like, okay, well, I've never talked to Blake. I don't know. It's just, and it's like, well, I know John
I'm
Wilburn.
hard to get along with, big giant asshole.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that. It's just, it's like, okay, I know John Wilburn's got this stuff figured out, and I've got his number. I called him, and that's really out of my wheelhouse too, because I don't like talking on the phone. If I call somebody, I'm trying to get out of my little shell. So I called John Wilburn and said, hey man, can you help me figure this out? Cause I don't know what to do. So he kind of walks me through it, and then I get on there, and then we had audio problems, which was on my phone. And then as far as I couldn't hear him, I couldn't hear Ryan. Finally got it figured out. And then, here we are 2 hours later, and, I'm talking to you, Blake, that I've never really talked to before. And it's like just old friends now.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the way he's talking some up north stuff there, and
oh yeah, hey, real recognize real, man.
Yeah, no. So I have a thing that I thought of about 3 years ago, and I was gonna do it in 2020, but we all know what happened, and so I was letting everybody financially try to recover from all that, which joke's on me. But I have this thing that it's a top secret thing, but I was going to invite, like, I figured once I go to this deal, I'll meet some people that would probably want to participate in it. And then I'll figure out who that is. And then they'll get a secret invite, and they'll have so much time to respond. And there will be a certain set of rules, and some things will happen, and it'll probably be one of the most epic content things ever thought of on YouTube, because I've yet to see it. So
Is it like a human centipede or something, or
how the hell did you get inside my mind?
It's gonna be 3 G bodies welded together, bumper to bumper.
Let's just say, let's just say it's been done.
They're all going in different directions.
It's been done before, but never quite like this. And it's just, look, I'll tell you guys about it behind the scenes, but we're going to pick certain people that I know would not only make epic content at this, but would actually follow through with it. And it would require some travel. However, it'd probably be one of the best trips you'd ever make. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
Like Key West or something?
No, not that far. Not that far.
No, we're going to go down to Texas. He's probably going to be doing this at this time of year where it's, yeah.
What, cooking eggs out on the concrete or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We'll talk later after this show.
Yeah.
Right now. You got me intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you'll like it.
See, that's one of my goals with this is to be able to get going enough where I can, travel and, do kind of what, Vice Grip Garage or some of the other channels do, go pick up a square body that's been sitting in the field, 500 miles away, try to get it running, drive it home, stuff like that. It's just not in the cards right now, or travel down to Ryan's and do a collab with him, or travel up to Iowa and do a collab with you guys.
We just meet at the Ozarks, to be honest with you. That's like right in the middle for all.
There you go.
Dude, we can make a video, 2 Chevy guys and 3 Mopar guys meet in an alley.
There you go.
Here's John Lee in the comment section. He's the guy you were talking about earlier, I believe, that comments all the time. He's saying that he can't get the he's asking a question about why he can't get his engine to mate to the bell housing. I'm guessing your torque converter is not completely seated down.
Yeah.
If you're having that problem, you got to hear 3 clunks, at least with the Mopar. Take it away, Chevy folks.
Yeah, I think it's usually 3 with the GM stuff too.
He's probably only got 2 clunks right now. It should go clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah.
That's kind of a hard one for me. Stuff like that is hard for me. It's like, what is it exactly doing? The best advice I have with what information we've got is stop where you're at, backtrack. If it won't fit up, take it back apart, drop it down, make sure everything's where it needs to be. Make sure your torque converters, like Blake said, make sure your torque converters in there right and seated. Just make sure everything's right. Sometimes you have to take stuff back apart if it's not going right, and start from another spot, or start from where a different spot. Just I'm kind of.
Is it an automatic or is it a 5-speed? John,
I'm not real sure on the comments.
I'm trying to look back through, but I don't think he said.
Need a tip. Can't get the engine to mate to bell housing.
What I'm wondering is, I've run into this before. It's automatic. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Is the engine fresh? Did you just redo the engine?
There's none of that transmission weight on it. The front of the engine could be kind of going towards the front grade support.
It could be that, but I'll tell you what. I've run into twice, and once was a fresh engine, once was a used engine. They had the pilot bearing in backwards, and the input shaft couldn't go in all the way. And I fought it until I finally figured out that the dang pilot bearing was in there wrong.
Oh yeah, there could, if it had a manual bolted up to this used engine at one time, there could still be that.
Yeah, so I would make sure you got it level, John, when you're trying to walk it on. And if you've got it level and you're trying to push on it, it shouldn't take too terribly much. Then what you could do is you can mark the input shaft, like put some on the end of the input shaft, like some clay, and walk it in there, and then see if it's bottoming out. then you'll be able to see an impression on that clay, and you'll know that
and
the
then
pilot
plus
parent's
if
got
you
a
still
problem.
have that manual part in there, check it with the flashlight, look in there.
Yeah.
Get it
This-
out, get yourself some Wonder Bread and a punch, and start filling it with bread and keep packing it until you push that bushing out.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a couple of things to look at right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just get a Mopar and not
yeah.
worry about any of it.
What? Hey, we got some. Hey, Chad, we got some bad feedback there. You cut out for a second. I heard somebody just say just buy a Mopar.
We got to mute him or something. I can't even figure out how to do that. But
Blake is broken. Blake is broken.
Yeah, there, he's muted now. Yeah, Mopar what?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You okay?
John Lee, just pull the motor back out. If you're just swapping the motor back in where the transmission's still in the vehicle, pull the motor back out to where you can kind of see what's going on, see what might be hanging you up. It may be something simple. Just look it all over, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem, John. No problem. Well, boys, I'm going to take my sweaty ass in the house and get me a shower. I've got
Of course,
some
I was muted. What the?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We got somebody else want to jump in here. Nice water.
Uh-oh.
Hey, John.
Nice water.
Persistence.
Oh,
Mute your browser,
now?
John.
okay. Ryan, what do we have now? We have the reverb.
Yeah, welcome back, John.
Yeah, the
John,
reverb
mute
is
your
back.
YouTube browser.
Oh, it's not his YouTube browser.
Oh,
it's
it
just
ain't?
his Twitter speakers.
This is great.
Oh, dude. I noticed
No,
your
I have
webcam's been
browser.
kind of glitching for the past couple weeks.
I'm
Is
not
the
using the
computer
webcam.
dying? Oh.
I'm using a different cam today. I'm not set back up for call.
Do what?
It sounds like he had to crank
He's running
up
off the
whatever he's
computer's
using.
camera.
Oh,
Fix that.
John,
I'm not sure what's going on with John's feed there.
it sounds like an echo.
Now, no idea.
Yeah.
All bolt.
Oh,
See, Chad, even it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
It's technology.
Nah, I hope we don't make him mad or anything, because
oh, he's fine. John, don't get
he's
mad.
the one putting the show on.
Yeah,
He's got the thickest damn skin you've seen.
Yeah.
John's
All right.
John's a good dude, man.
John, if you have anybody in the comment section that's ever throwing you shade, you just tell, hey, John, go get him, buddy. And he'll beat him up for you.
Yeah.
He's like he's the enforcer of the group, it feels like. He's always in there. Well, what do you do?
Yeah. Well, I know he said he had to redo something with his setup in his office there for some sort of conference or something, and it was there we go. Yeah.
That's all right, John.
Yeah. He's got some stuff kind of going wonky on him, so but hey, John, I appreciate the help you gave me to get me for a over 2 hour live tonight, because if it wasn't for you helping me get started on it, this wouldn't have happened. For a first live, I'm excited about this. This is really cool.
Yeah, good job, dude. You did a great job. It's been fun. I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right. You both gonna cut out of here?
Probably good time, 2 hours.
Hello?
Rewatchability. Am
Yeah.
I muted again?
No, you're not muted. I
No.
can hear you.
Replay value kind of starts dwindling off if the lives get a little too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Well, and we get on here and it's just mainly just the three of us or whoever's on the live, just kind of BSing and
mhm.
yeah. Good night, Rich GT
Hey,
350R.
Rich.
Yeah. Good night,
Later.
guys.
I notice a lot of these people are the same people from a lot of the other lives, and
Yeah, they are.
I didn't share it or anything.
Yeah.
It's weird that there's the same subscribers.
And I
for all
don't,
these channels.
I don't know. That's cool to me because they're not my regular, subscribers, I guess, for square body stuff. They're not all of them probably square body people, but if it wasn't for the No Name Nationals, I wouldn't have a lot of these guys on here. I don't, a lot of these probably wouldn't even be here.
That's the beauty of
Shopcat's
it,
on
man.
top of stuff, man. Keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah.
He's on top of it. Same thing you'll eventually see Unfinished Project. He's the same kind of guy that it doesn't matter when you post a damn video. He's the first freaking comment.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if it's on my channel, it's Nacho. If it's on John Wilburn's channel, it's Dart Sport. If it's on Uncle Tony's channel, it's Plan Z, and it's just one word and he leaves.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
it's cool. Well, I appreciate it, man. Let me join you.
All right.
Good. Enjoyed it. Good talking to you guys as always.
Yeah, I think we'll probably end it off. I got to figure out how to end this. I got a red button here that says end.
Yep.
And, we got John. Dart Sport.
There you go.
All right,
hey,
guys.
make sure
Yeah.
to subscribe to Streetcar Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Streetcar
blast.
Chronicles.
The square body
I
stuff.
appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah.
And bad
yeah, we'll cut it off here.
Sounds good,
I guess
brother.
until
Sounds
next
good,
time,
man.
y'all keep your
Have a good night,
square
everybody.
bodies rolling, and I'll do my normal end off there. But we'll catch you guys later.